Hello everyone, my name is Infinity and this is Magnetize Yourself, where we talk about life, love, spirituality, and of course, the law of attraction. Today's video is in response to a request in one of the comments. One of you beautiful souls out there asked me to create a video describing how we can astral project, and more specifically, how we can manifest using astral projection. This is some high-level information. First of all, part one of this video will be about what astral projection is, how we can do it. And then in part two, I will talk about specifically how we can use astral projection to manifest. Have you ever awoken and felt almost a little bit mentally or emotionally exhausted, as if your soul had been busy and traveling all night, despite your body remaining in one place? Sometimes we astral project completely unconsciously. Our dreams are not all the same. Our sleep experiences are not all equal. Many people tell us that everything that happens as we dream is just an imagining of our own mind, replaying the events of our lives or imagining future events, but this isn't the whole story. I created another video on this, but there are declassified CIA documents detailing studies that have been done on astral projection, proving that the consciousness can quite literally leave the body, explore the world, and return with accurate information. In other words, our consciousness can travel as we sleep or as we remain in one place. There are many different techniques to actively induce an astral projection experience. Most of these techniques are based around our sleep time. This isn't actually necessary. In fact, there are many amazing beings who can actually astral project at will while awake, or even while walking down the street, while doing anything. They can instantaneously remove their consciousness from their body, allow it to travel somewhere, and then return back to them in the moment. I would say this is something that takes quite a bit more practice. So for the purposes of this video, let's just focus on the form of astral projection we can do during sleep. The reason astral projection is easier before we sleep, after we sleep, or while we're sleeping is because the main block to astral projection is our own conscious mind. Our conscious mind likes control, and in order for astral projection to work, we must relinquish much of this control. Oftentimes, as we are in the process of astral projection, the thing that holds us back most is that the conscious mind is perpetually stepping in with thoughts of fear, anxiety, uncertainty, doubt of our ability to even do something like astral projection, fear of what might happen if we do, or simply with circulating thoughts, distracting thoughts that are preventing us from relaxing our mind and body deeply enough that we are able to successfully complete this practice of separating our consciousness from our body. These thoughts are quite literally like anchors. Worrying thoughts and distracting thoughts coming from the conscious mind will always anchor our consciousness to our physical bodies and prevent us from astral projection. If you find yourself struggling with these mental anchors that are preventing you from astral projection, I have created a subliminal affirmations meditation track designed specifically to induce astral projection experiences. This subliminal is a powerful tool you can use in astral projection. It will allow you to not only clear your mind of distracting thoughts, preventing it from happening, but will also plant powerful, positive ideas within the subconscious parts of your mind. Those unconscious areas of the brain that tend to play these distracting loops of thought over and over and prevent us from having magnificent spiritual experiences such as astral projection. You can listen to this astral projection subliminal completely free for 7 days when you create a trial account on my website, Sound and Soulful. The link to this subliminal will be in the pinned comment and in the description box. I am going to give you a basic outline of steps for how to astral project if you are just starting out. The thing about astral projection is, it's actually quite simple to do. There is no need to overcomplicate it. It is in fact so natural and simple that many of us have astral projected as children. In fact, I would say at least 80 to 90% of us have done this as kids. But the thing is, many of us did it when we were so young, we don't remember it. It may have happened before we were consciously storing and forming memories. However, if you really dig back into your mind, into your memory, you may recall times as a child when you lived a day that didn't happen, a day that happened while you were asleep. Maybe you fell asleep. You thought as a child that you woke up, walked around, had a day, and then you woke up again and that day had never happened. This is a sign that that day you lived, that day that was non-existent, was actually time you spent with your consciousness outside of your body through astral projection while you were sleeping. So again, this just goes to show how natural and normal astral projection is for us. The thing that makes it difficult, like I said earlier, are those accumulated, distracting thoughts and worries we begin to store up as adults. And the second thing I wanted to say about astral projection is that these steps are simple, and yet there are so many different techniques out there you can use to apply them. Any of these techniques will work. The key is to be persistent and also to be patient. If you become irritable or frustrated or upset at yourself for not being able to astral project right away or within a week or within a month, these frustrating thoughts are forms of resistance that will actually prevent you from astral projection for even longer. Practice the art of non-resistance when it comes to astral projection. I recommend establishing a routine using the steps I'm going to share with you, and then following through on the steps every single night, over and over. Get into the habit of practicing these steps naturally. Astral projection takes a different amount of time for each person, and the thing that takes the longest about it is that initial phase, getting out of your body, so to speak, for the first time, because this is a major mental hurdle for most people. So again, just be patient with yourself. Some people are able to astral project the first night using this technique. For others, it could take a few weeks, a month, even months or a year. Decide how committed and dedicated you want to be in this astral projection process. Again, if you struggle to astral project, it is most likely your thoughts that are anchoring you, holding you back. So the subliminal I have created will really assist you in inducing this astral projection experience. Here are the steps. Step 1. I want you to establish a ritual around falling asleep. One reason astral projection is so challenging as adults in the modern day and age is because of the ways in which many of us are falling asleep. Our sleep time should be a sacred ritual, especially when it comes to using astral projection to manifest something specific. In order to use astral projection consciously as a tool in this way, it is very important to treat sleep as a whole, as a very sacred, important ritual. Choose to have a period of time before you sleep in which you won't check your phone, watch TV, or do anything that will distract or numb your mind. For this 20 to 30 minutes, I want you to simply relax, be in the moment, turn off all electronics and distracting devices. Then I want you to lay down as you normally do when you sleep. Close your eyes, and I want you to focus upon your breathing. Our breath is a very powerful tool when it comes to astral projection. By studying your breathing, you are able to clear your energy field, ground yourself, and as you breathe, I want you to imagine that with every breath out, you are clearing your mind of all thoughts. Again, non-resistance is very important when it comes to clearing the mind for astral projection. It's not about pushing thoughts out of your mind. It's about allowing yourself to think the thoughts that come up, to feel the emotions that come up, but then to release them, to acknowledge them and let them go until there are no new thoughts or emotions emerging. At this point, I want you to continue focusing, studying your breathing. Allow yourself to drift deeper and deeper into this meditative trance until you begin to feel your body go numb. As Abraham Hicks says, this is the point in meditation where you won't be able to distinguish your nose from your toes. Every part of your body will feel numb, and as you settle into this feeling, you will slowly begin to feel these tingling sensations. It's difficult to put them into words until you've experienced them yourself. Many people call this the tingling stage or the vibrational stage and leave it at that. Some have described this as waves of electricity that feel as if they are circulating through your body or even emitting from your body. This is where things get tricky because many people find that they are able to reach this numb, vibrational, tingling, whatever you want to call it, phase within the first few nights or the first few weeks of this practice. The next part, though, is the key part of astral projection that distinguishes it from a very deep meditation, which is releasing your consciousness from your body. This is where the specific astral projection techniques come in. The most popular of all of these techniques is the rope technique. What you are going to do is imagine a rope hanging down over your head, again, without opening your eyes. I want you to imagine reaching up with your arms, grabbing a hold of that rope, and without, again, moving your arms or hands at all, imagine yourself grabbing onto that rope. Feel how it feels in your hands. And then slowly begin to imagine yourself climbing up this rope. The key with these astral projection techniques is finding a way to create an image that is very vivid and real and infused with the senses of your energy body separating from your physical body. In other words, you have a body that is separate from your physical body, and you need to imagine it in the process of separating. So this is why the rope technique is one popular technique, because it involves you lifting your so-called invisible hands from your energy body, lifting them out of your physical body. Sometimes you will be able to feel this energy body separating in small ways, like a hand or a foot. You may feel it kind of rocking a little bit. This is a sign that you are very close to astral projecting. Another technique is the roll out technique. In this technique, you simply imagine yourself rolling over, but again, without actually moving. And the goal is, again, to push your energy body, your consciousness, out of your physical body. Explore these kinds of astral projection techniques. If these two techniques don't work for you, a short YouTube search or Google search will bring up probably dozens of other techniques you could try. Find one that resonates with you. And again, once you find one that resonates, do these steps over and over, night after night, because the main key with astral projection is patience and persistence. Continuously getting into the habit of doing these practices over and over until one day you finally slip out of your body. And once you do it once, it will become very easy to do it over and over again, to become more practiced at it. This video is almost 20 minutes long, so I'm going to save how to use astral projection to manifest for a part 2 video. I will leave the link to that part 2 in the description box for you to check it out. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you again in the next podcast.